let's get right into this. Gonna play some Dark Souls. Alright, let's see here. Character name. Obviously. Nah, hold on. Sir Crow. Nice. Alright. That's my character name. Male. Let's see here. See. I'm gonna go with the warrior. Why not? Alright. This is gonna be more like a walkthrough slash more than a playthrough. Well, not really, because I haven't actually beat this game. It's gonna be more like a playthrough. Let's see. I've played some of it, but I have not played all of it. Gonna be average face, commoner, hair. Yeah. Red. Alright. And there we go. Yes. Okay, let's get right into this. And now I'm gonna...
In the age of ancients,
be quiet.
the world was unformed, shrouded by fog.
Okay.
A land of grey crags, arched trees, and everlasting dragons.
Sounds depressing.
But then there was
shit.
fire,
Burn,
and with
baby,
fire
burn.
came disparity,
Okay.
heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark.
Weren't there already those things? No?
Then from the dark they came
Love how vague it is. You have to piece the
and
story
found the souls of lords
together by yourself.
within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights.
Those guys are a pain in the ass.
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty lords peeled apart their stone spears. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
It's kind of gross.
Thus began the Age of Fire.
Sounds interesting.
But soon the flames will
that's
fade,
nice.
and only dark will remain.
Okay.
Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
All right.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land,
Excuse me.
the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
Okay. All right, sweet. Here's me.
This is your fate.
Yay. All right, let's play some Dark Souls. It's nice. All right, so I'm playing with the mouse and keyboard. It recommends that I use a controller, but I don't got the money to spend on that. That's a dead body. Alright, that's, it's got the Elite Knight set. I forget his name. I'll find it out in a minute or two. Right now I'm just gonna get my bearings. But anyway, alright, sweet. It's not actually A, it's actually Q. Spacebar. Alright, oh wow, that's gonna be weird. I'm not gonna bother reading the controls because they're all, yeah. They're all for the Xbox remote. And I don't have one of those, so. That's a problem. Doesn't seem too bad so far. Bonfire. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and open up this door. That's ominous. Nice and big. And if you look up, I don't think I can because, yeah, Alright, if you look up far enough, there it is. That is the Asylum Demon. He's gonna drop down. He's a nice scare. Yeah. He's not so tough once you get your shit. Now, to open up the menu with the mouse and keyboard, you have to press the end button, and that is really weird. Hold shift to use your shield. Hey look, Mom, a unicorn. Alright, there's my weapon. Now your starting equipment is never really that good in the Souls games. Huh. There's an extra swipe, but oh well. You know, it gets the job done. Traverse the white light. Alright, you're gonna go straight over here. And careful, there's iron ball up here. You can just dodge off to the side. No problem. You're gonna want to kill the guy up here, though. if he didn't kill himself already with the iron ball. Then we're gonna go in here. You wanna talk to this guy? Don't kill him.
Oh, you.
You're no
You're
hollow,
not
eh?
hollow. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon. Then I wish to ask something of you.
I didn't mean to skip that last part, but
perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringest the bell of awakening,
the fate of the undead thou shalt know.
well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing.
Here.
Here, take this. An Estus flask.
Take this. It's not safe to go alone.
Oh. No, I would hate them.
And after you leave him, you get about right here. Then you'll hear a sound like an enemy dying. You can go back in here. He's dead. You get 100 souls. It's not a lot, but you know, it's more than nothing. Better than nothing, I guess. And souls are very useful, because that's the only way to level up in this game. Of course. Probably already know that if you ever played this game or seen somebody play it. And I might give you guys like a parrying tutorial right here if I can actually parry this guy's attacks. Never been too good at parrying. There we go. And if you can rewatch what I did there, you'll want to do it when he's about to stab you, is when you want to parry him. Around there. Go ahead and do that. No lock on. And then when you do a light attack on the way down, really all you need to do to beat this guy is just stay behind him. Which I'm not doing very well right now. I was hoping to beat him without taking a hit, but please don't let me die here. That would be really... Wow. If I actually die here, the Asylum Demon. I don't think I've ever been killed by the Asylum Demon. Ever. Let's go ahead and heal up, just in case we actually don't get hit again. Spank the booty. Oh shit. You can just dash behind him. And here we go. And that's the Asylum Demon. Alright, and we're just gonna skip that. It's basically just Enlargen, level up, and kindle at bonfires. Alright. And I'm not gonna do that quite yet. Now what you're gonna want to do, what you're gonna want to do, yeah, if you want some extra items before you take on the next couple of areas, You're obviously gonna want to get those fire bombs if you didn't pick the black fire bomb starting gift. And to acquire some extra souls, over here, right back here, and right there. Sorry if there's like janky camera angles. The camera is really weird in the with the mouse and keyboard. What you're gonna do is you're gonna fall down here. If I don't die to these skeletons, which I hope I don't, because that would suck. This area is a bitch to get through, even with a higher level character. And now, I really don't need most of these items. I'm just going to show people who haven't played the game, or chose the deprived, which I don't see why you do that. It's really dumb. Unless you're like a pro. Probably gonna die here. Which I hope I don't. That would be... Now, most of these items you will not be able to use until later in the game. I hope I don't get... Alright, sweet, sweet, sweet. I actually managed to not get murdered by skeletons. So... epic jump. Alright. Sweet. There's that. And then I missed a couple of items, so we're gonna loop around back here. Alright, you're gonna want to talk to this guy.
There. I am pet. If not,
His dialogue's not all that important.
but here, no.
You get the copper coin,
Oh,
and I'm not too
so
sure
good
what
that.
those do.
Very well.
But anyway,
Now let me only their ultimate effectiveness.
alright, you can learn the shrug gesture from this guy. And you can purchase the Great Heal Excerpt, Homeward Force, Seek Guidance, and Heal. You can also get the Talisman and the Thorolin Talisman. Which I'm going to show you where to get one of those talismans in a second.
Come again. The effective.
We're going to go up these stairs. Now there's another item up here. It's another soul of the Lost Undead. And I recommend not using any of those soul items until you are at a bonfire and ready to level up. So you have some extra souls to use. Now, I believe it's this one where you will get the... Okay, you'll get some Homeward Bones. 6 of them. Oh, and another quick thing. Oh, yes, this is where you get the Talisman and the Morning Star. If you don't start off as the Cleric, or... I think that's what it is, the Cleric. But anyway. And if you notice, there are things called mimics in this game. And they're chests. They look like chests. But if you look closely enough, you can see them breathing. And a regular chest, if you can see it, I don't know how well you will be able to see it in the recording. But in a regular chest, you can see that the chain is curved towards the back of the chest. With a mimic, it'll be pointing towards the front of the chest. So that's a thing you may or may not have known. Normally I just hit whatever chest I find, and you can actually escape that area without getting damaged, but not even gonna. There is an item that lets you walk through water really fast, but you will need that for sometime later in the game. But, anywho, oh wait, hold on. While we're here, go ahead and do this. Now, humanity is really important. You can use it as a healing item, which I don't see why you would want to do that. That's not a very smart idea, because humanity is really rare. Or you can use it to return to human, which lets you summon people, leave your summon sign, and write messages. Which I don't do much of the writing messages, but I do leave my summon sign in the other games. That was a backstab. I didn't actually need to do that, but either way. You want to be careful in this area, because this guy throwing fire bombs. And back off so I can heal real quick. Notice that I have 10 Estus. And normally you only get 5 from a bonfire, but if you kindle a bonfire with a humanity, then you will get 10. Then there's something called the Rite of Kindling that you acquire later on, and it lets you get, I think, 15 Estus at a bonfire if you kindle the bonfire. And now you want to be careful. You're going to want to walk towards the columns of the bridge at that point right there, like that. And that item we just picked up was called the Ring of Sacrifice, or a Ring of Sacrifice. Ooh, that is not going to be fun. We're going to want to use our own fire bombs, which I didn't want to use my fire bombs just quite yet, because there's an area that I want them for later. Anyway, hopefully this guy, yep, gives us a fire bomb. Sweet. But a Ring of Sacrifice, if you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and show you the description. Oh wait, wrong. Nope, go be in. Now, the Ring of Sacrifice. Lose nothing upon death, but the ring breaks. That's not right. Yeah, you keep your souls, but the ring breaks. And unlike in Dark Souls 2, the Rings of Sacrifice just break. You no longer have them after they break. But in Dark Souls 2, you can repair them at a blacksmith, which I think is pretty neat, but they only implemented that in the later games. And you want to be careful of the rats, because they will poison you. And this early in the game, there's no way to get purple moss clumps, which is the item that relieves you of poison. Now, there's a couple ways to do this area. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Trying to keep it safe until I get to the next bonfire. I'm going to try to get rid of most of these guys. You want to be careful. This guy throws fire bombs, and then another guy will come out of that room over there, which you just saw. Over here. That's where that other guy comes from. And now, I'm not going to go through there just yet. I'm going to go over here real quick. I'm going to see if I can do it. I don't think I'll be able to, but that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but that works too. Works for me either way. Down here, there's the Soul of the Lost Undead. Not exactly useful, but it helps. And these guys are invincible until they get down here, which kind of sucks, because then you can just get rid of them. But the camera. And I think I'll end the episode when I get to the next bonfire. These guys over here, these are a pain in the butt. If you don't know they're there, they will come out and attack you. But you can't get rid of these guys beforehand. You have to attack them head on. But they will, these guys back here, they'll blindside you. Now, rubbish. You can't exactly do anything with this yet, but I'll show you a use for it later in the game. Probably in the second or third episode, around then. Now I was actually trying to jump from here to here to there, but that didn't exactly work out, so. But that way over here, it's blocked by barrels, leads to the same area. Oh, but it does. There is an item over here that you. That's a large soul of a lost undead. I think 400 souls. I think. I'm not too sure. I just kind of pop them and then reap the rewards. I do know that Soul of a Nameless Soldier gives you 1,000, I think. But now I missed this the first time I ever played this game, and in the second time I played it, the first time I got so mad I rage quit. And yeah, you want to be careful of that dragon. And then the second time I went through to play this game again, I found it. So I actually know where quite a lot of things in this area are I didn't know about before. Now that archer's an asshole. Now this is what the master. No, wait, hold on. You'll get the wooden shield over here, but if you start with the, I think the warrior is what I started as. You will get the heater shield, which blocks 100% of physical damage. Alright, I'll take care of it. And some enemies will actually use Estus, which is a pain in the ass. But you can use Lloyd's Talisman, which I actually picked up some. And it's actually fairly easy to parry these guys. Right about there is when you would parry them. What I was actually going to try to do to that guy was a shield break, but it's apparently not working that well right now. Let's do a backstab. Or not. Well, how did I hit him? Oh well. Doesn't matter. And most of the time I don't use Cloth on, because sometimes it just screws with you instead of helps you. But, alright, there's a guy with an axe right here. You just want to stand here and let him do his thing. Alright, out here. Here's your first merchant.
Well, you seem to have thing I try.
Purchase item. This guy sells repair powder, throwing knives, fire bombs, Lloyd talismans, and the orange guidance soapstone. I'm not actually gonna buy that, but what you do want is you want this. You do want one of these weapons down here. You want this. You don't need any of these shields if you started as the warrior. These weapons aren't very good. Plus, you'll get a better one in a little while. Or you'll be able to purchase better ones. Now I'm just going to buy the standard arrows. Yep. Alright. And that is all of our souls.
Thank you kindly.
Well, I've got 5 left, but oh well. That doesn't really matter to me, because the starting character is good enough to do what I'm trying to do. Actually, you want to save up your souls to level up a bunch early on at once, because eventually it just takes so many souls to level up. It's eventually ridiculous. On Dark Souls 2, my character is so high level that it takes 100,000 souls or more just to level him up once. Now there's a good way to get around that by infinitely farming a boss with bonfire aesthetics, which if you haven't played Dark Souls 2, you probably wouldn't know what those are. And since I'm playing Dark Souls 1, I'll shut up about Dark Souls 2. Now, you can get the light crossbow over here and some standard bolts, but what I'm gonna do with what I want to do is easier to have the light bow. But anyway, I'm gonna get up here, pop a humanity, so I can light the bonfire, so I can kindle the bonfire. And now see, clutch my Estus. There we go, 10 Estus flask. Now you have to offer a humanity to do that, but it's not that bad. Anyway, that is episode 1 of Dark Souls 1 Prepare to Die edition. And I will see you next time.